Ready with me while I tell you the story of how I severed the tip of my finger and almost missed the most important meeting of my life. At risk of this being too graphic, that's my proof. So it's October of 2023 and I'm up on the roof of my building trying to film content for this beauty brand that I'm trying to help get off the ground. It is Purely Cosmo, aka the page that I'm talking to you all on. We're focused on building a community of women celebrating natural beauty and focusing on staples in your skincare routine rather than overconsumption. So if you're interested, follow along. But now that that shameless plug is done, I'm up there filming content because it is quite possibly the most beautiful view you've ever seen. Actually, let me show you. Like, I'm covering up the actual product, but that is the sky on any given day. Additional context, I live in Queensland, and if you've never been to Australia and you've never been to Queensland, here's some things you should know. A, it's very sunny all the time, great for taking content photos, but also B, during the summer months, it can get really windy. Now, to leave my building's upstairs patio, which by the way is on the 15th floor of a building surrounded by no other buildings that are of the same height or even close. So you have to leave through this hydraulic glass door. It closes a lot and then it slows down before it closes the last little bit. So it's like a brake system that stops it from slamming shut. I am picking up my tripod and my products and they're all in one hand, so it's not like I'm juggling everything severely. Pause for the eyeliner because it never comes out if I'm talking and doing it at the same time. I grabbed the door handle to close it because the brake system stopped and I realized it didn't close fully, and all of a sudden this massive gust of wind just smacks the door shut. So it had already gotten to the break point at this point. I was just trying to assist it in closing fully, and what thanks do I get for trying to help this door out? It smashes my finger. And when I say it smashes my finger, I mean there is literally a part of my bone missing from the tip of my finger. By this point, the adrenaline kicks in, and I instinctively just go to pick up my stuff and get a band-aid from downstairs at my apartment. And I pick up my stuff and I realize there's blood gushing everywhere and go, this might require a little bit more assistance. So there's some guys having a pool party next door. I get back into the patio and I say, hey, can somebody help me call 000? Turns out none of them speak English, so that was really hard to communicate, but we figured out what 000 was eventually and we got things sorted. One of them sends a friend down to get a first aid kit, and this man comes back with a band-aid. And I look at him and I say, Monsieur, this is not gonna cut it. I'm so sorry, but thanks. Bless his soul, he was just trying to help, but I'm sorry, sir, that band-aid ain't gonna do me any good at this point. My finger is literally gushing blood all over the floor. I'm worried my landlord's gonna get pissy about it being on the couch on the outstairs patio, but anyways. Long story short, I got in the paramedics vehicle, and me being the little content creator I am, guess what I did first? Take an Instagram story of my broken ass finger. We get to the hospital, they tell me they can't stitch it up because there's nothing to stitch up because the paramedics couldn't find the rest of my finger. It blew off because it was so windy. Long story short, it bled even more, and then I had to go back in the middle of the night because it was still bleeding too much. And so I text this person who I'm having this very important meeting with, and I'm like, hey, can we switch our meeting to a different time? I didn't want to tell them for some reason that like it was a medical emergency. I'm a workaholic, so I switched the meeting to like an hour after its original time. I get on the meeting and I'm just like, yeah, sorry about that, I just chopped off my finger. And I said it so casually, I think something's medically wrong with me, but anyways, so that's the story about how I lost the tip of my finger. If you have any more questions, feel free to let me know, and if not, follow my page for more beauty related stuff, less finger talk. Now it's only really noticeable if I hold my two fingers up together, but it's not really that bad. Nothing a fake nail can't solve. See ya.